Plump Goops Podcast.
Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes. Get a load of these hot takes at high stakes.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Hot Takes, High Stakes. It's not vodka. It's not. Corey's saying that he's drinking vodka, but he's not. Oh! It's 11 a.m. Central Time.
5 p.m. somewhere.
Where do you think it's 5 p.m. in like bloody old England? Yeah.
Yep. 5:18.
God, I'm a fucking legend. Anyway, here we are. It's the day we're recording this is the day before Halloween, All Hallows Eve. That's today, All Hallows Eve. No?
Yeah.
Yes. Almost Dia de los Muertos.
Is that tomorrow?
I think it's the 1st and the 2nd of November.
Of Nov.
Of Nov.
This is Hot Takes, High Stakes, the show where every episode we each bring one hot take to the table. I'm joined by the Belgian purse collector. I think that's one of my favorite BPC acronyms. And also by Danny Phantom.
He's just discovering his powers.
Yeah, your hair kind of looks like Danny Phantom today. Wait, what did you say you were supposed to be? I can't remember.
White Claw can.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture. So here we are, the day before All Hallows Eve. The day of All Hallows Eve.
Yeah.
Does it have to be evening to be Eve? I think it should. Like, it's not Christmas Eve until it's evening.
Okay.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 in the PM.
Yeah. When do you think? Okay, when does morning start?
11.
When does? Huh?
What?
When did you
Probably
say?
8.
11.
7 a.m., 6 a.m., 6 a.m.
6 a.m. And then what? Everything before 6 a.m. is like early morning or like night.
I feel like,
Dawn.
how about 2 a.m., the inflection point, late night to early morning?
I like that. Okay. Yeah, no, I think that makes a
Okay.
lot of sense, actually. 2 a.m. is where early morning starts.
I would say 3, honestly.
Well, you're just built different, aren't you?
2:30.
Well, 2 a.m.
Yeah, let's meet in the
Central Time
middle.
is 3 a.m. Eastern Time. So that's kind of our biological clock right now.
Yeah.
And then morning starts at 6.
Yeah.
I like that.
Morning starts every day because I mourn my life.
See, like,
Top of the morning, you're just
You-
like in sorrow.
you had to have known that when you started saying that, you didn't know where it was going. So you didn't have to finish it, right?
What?
You could have just
Can we
trailed off and I could have
normalize,
edited it out
trailing
or
off
something.
and we don't
Sorry,
know what
we
we're
used
gonna
to-
say.
Because we do. I can edit. So, and then
Edit out my joke and then put like a really good one. So it looks like I did a really good joke.
Something
What?
from Kevin Hart's special.
That would
I
be
don't know
so
what's
bizarre for anyone watching if I cut out this part and then Corey just like started talking, but it cut to Kevin Hart. And then we just cut and then okay, let's bring it in here. And then when does afternoon start?
Probably like 1.
I was gonna say later.
But I
Because like afternoon and evening are very like small windows to me.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I
I
agree.
thought it was like basically noon.
But yeah,
And
technically
then-
afternoon's like 12 at 1.
but noon is
To
like
me, like-
noon is 12 to 2.
I always felt afternoon was like 3, like getting
not.
out of school was like afternoon.
Yeah. So
And
but
then
like
evening was like 5 to 6.
okay, but
Or
if we're
like
saying
4:30 to 6.
if we're saying afternoon starts at 3, then like what is 12 to 2:59?
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime. Time for the lunch meets. Lunch meets.
Lunch meets Arby's new competitor.
Oh, dude, it would never survive. And then
True. Probably get
we-
bought up.
And then afternoon from like what? From I think until 6, no? Or does evening start at 5? No way evening starts at 5.
I feel like they kind of blend together because night for me, I would say like 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing.
So evening would be
Either
like
7 or
5
8.
to 7,
And then your night is 7 to 2.
2.
Okay. No, I like this. I like this breakdown. So the longest periods are morning and night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
could vibe with.
I also can vibe with that. And I can also vibe with some takes. Who's got one?
Warm up.
That was kind of the warm up. I think we can kind of. Do you have a warm up?
Well, I don't have the
I thought of something. I don't know why I thought of it, but it's like, you know how a lot of words in the English language can be pronounced like multiple ways?
Sure.
So there's like
Like, name one.
route and route. Like, well, the one
Oh, I
in
see.
question is route and route.
What about aunt
But-
and aunt?
True. But when we're talking about American football, you can't say route. Like, no one's a route runner. They're all route runners.
It's true.
You don't say
Uh.
route. So, just a thought that I
But
had.
is
But
that
you say
just
Route 66.
Yeah, exactly.
no one says Route 66?
I know.
But is
That's
that
true.
a cultural construct, David? Tell me that.
Where is
Language everything is a cultural
Uh.
construct.
Everything is culture.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
can't find my hot takes notes. What the fuck?
I deleted them off your phone. I was like, this is
I
cheating.
replaced them with the New Testament.
Oh, I found it.
Okay. So, yeah. So you're just saying that it's weird that no one says route runner?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not my
agree.
actual take. That's a
No. It's fine. It's a good little addendum. Just chock full of takes this episode, good or bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who wants to go? Let's do an order of who has the most exposed brick in their room.
Oh,
I see Corey
Oh,
has
fuck.
brick out there.
you can't see mine, but it is like
I have no
behind the
brick in my
camera.
room.
Well, mine is in the camera, Corey.
oh,
So is Corey's.
Sorry, can you not hear?
I hit my
Isn't it behind
The
Corey's
wall.
head?
what?
There's even more. See,
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, no. Cameron definitely has the most, but Corey has the
Yeah, not in
second.
my room. I have the most if we're talking about like living room.
In view.
In view.
Dude,
Yeah.
Cameron's panning to Casey Neistat again.
What a pan.
he's just
Okay.
out. He's just out of camera. Oh, and we pan back. Can't show
So
the
last
animated bed.
time I was on, that cacti was like right behind you. So what inspired your change of scenery / angle?
So it didn't move. I didn't move the cactus. What happened was I moved the camera angle changed. So before I had a laptop that was like, you see how I'm kind of looking away from the camera right now?
You got dual
Yeah.
monitor going?
It's because it's not a dual monitor situation. It's my camera's on a tripod. I have one monitor
I love
beside my monitor.
I love it.
Can comprehend this.
So it's just before it was like, this is the camera angle. Now this is the camera angle.
Here's me moving my Zoom to my other monitor. Yeah, that
This
that
is
simply
good.
would not be good for the podcast.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
And we're
But
back.
what I do hate is a lack of takes. And
Oh, God.
we'll play the number game. I'm
The
holding
sun's
up a
moving.
number under my ass. It's either 1, 2, or 3.
It's one.
It's 3. Here I go.
Fucking kill you.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I think that we need to develop a system, a technology that when people don't use their blinkers, it
Ooh, I know my hot take.
it penalizes their insurance cost.
This is-
Makes their insurance more
agree.
expensive.
I thought you were going to
Alright,
say it like
next
shocks
topic.
them a little bit. Like their
Or
steering wheel gives you a
I
little
feel
bit of a
like
shock.
money talks.
Yeah.
I've just
I agree.
I hate people that don't use their blinkers.
It's so
It's one of my
convenient.
biggest pet peeves.
So how would they know? Like it was when you turn, like if you turn your wheel past a certain point, then
Yeah,
it
I
triggers
feel
something
like-
and it's like, is your blinker on?
It'd be like a combination of like they could probably look back at like if your car has like a rear window or a rear camera, it can tell like the context. It's like if you're backing out of your like driveway, obviously not, but it can see like if you're changing lanes or turning, like fully turning the wheel, and it doesn't. It's just like ding. Got a little penalty to pay.
Wait, you can do it where like the wheel turning back like releases the blinker, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can do it
there's
that way.
that. It's like a roundabout
Oh.
wouldn't do it because that's
If
not
there's
far
no
enough
release.
to trigger it.
If there's no sweet release.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's sweet release at the end of it all.
Yeah. I think just
I've
like
just been in far too many scenarios recently where someone didn't use their blinker and they just think that they can get into your lane and you're like not prepared for it.
Yeah, it's so dumb because like I would totally let people in
Absolutely.
my lane if they use their blinker. I would give them room, but they're like, "No, I'm just gonna hop in," and you're like, "Okay." So you cut me off.
But David, typically a lane change isn't enough to trigger the sweet release.
Yeah, that is true. But like,
Well, that's
there's
why
definitely other ways.
surely there's technology that can be implemented. There's crazy amounts of technology in cars. I'm not
I'm
one
sure
to
we can.
think of it.
I'm sure we can figure
But
out.
like I was
Send it
driving
to
to
our labs.
SMU on Wednesday and it was pretty trafficy because I leave at like 4:30. And
Sure.
I was just chilling in the right lane. I was about like 3 miles away, just
You're
waiting for
doing
my
a
exit.
cool 60 miles per hour.
No, like much slower. It was very trafficy.
Okay.
And this car pulls up in the middle lane and he like doesn't keep going. You know how like the middle lane, there's definitely like space for him to keep going, but so it looks like he wants to get like merge, but he doesn't have his blinker on. So I just kind of like keep driving and he's just awkwardly like going my speed. And then he forces his way over and gives me a nice little middle finger. And I was like, well, sir, if you just used your blinker, I would have slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, the middle finger you can't
Relay.
do that
So
if you're not using your blinker.
that's when it popped in my head, like he should be penalized.
Another.
I have-
Sorry, you say something.
What was that?
I don't know. Corey, is yours? Mine isn't on topic, but it's a tangent based on that. But it's something I really want to say. But if yours is more on topic, but it
Mine's on topic and it'll be quick.
okay.
So a big situation with the turn signal is like I run into this every day going to work. Is that whenever there's an intersection onto like a big road, and there's like coming. So here's the main road, and you're coming like from this road, and you want to turn left to go
Sure.
to the main road, and the other road, like other side, has another one, and like they'll like turn left like that. So like you go like that, and it's fine. You can go at the
Mhm.
same time.
Yeah.
Well,
Like a little
sometimes-
parabolic relationship on
No,
a graph. What's
no,
that called?
No,
What is that called though? What's that equation that does
I
that?
don't know.
What is it?
I don't know.
Yes.
You must know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about though, Corey.
Yeah, I do.
A parabola.
No,
No, it's not.
A parabola.
it's two parabolas.
It's hot. Wait. Oh,
Hyperbolic.
hyperbolic or something?
No.
No.
You so confident. Okay. So if they don't use their blinker, you think they're going straight, so you have to wait.
Yes. I was
So
gonna
it, like
like
backs up traffic. Like if you put your
Like when I'm
signal
on
on, then I
Shady
know you're
Oaks.
turning left.
and I want to turn right to go home, and somebody's on
Chokes.
1709 and they don't use their blinker to go into that turn lane, and then I'm stuck. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You could have just signaled that you were going, and I wouldn't be causing a traffic jam.
Here's a
in my
question.
mind, in my heart.
Here's a question. Neither of you are really city slickers. I guess Corey's lived in a big city, but it wasn't really a walking city, right? You wouldn't call Austin a walking city.
I
I
mean, you
mean-
were there at the college, so you walked to college.
I didn't have a car, if that helps.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway, there's this thing, when say you're walking on the sidewalk and you're walking quickly. Say you're a quick walker. Are you guys quick walkers?
I got
I want
a
to be.
medium fast pace.
I like walking slow. I like taking my time on things.
I like making my way downtown.
So say
Walking fast.
say
No, that was
Corey's
implied.
say Corey's walking in front of me and I'm walking quickly. We're walking at two different speeds, but Corey's in front of me. But Corey's walking a little bit slower than I am, okay? Just a
You're
little bit
catching up
slower.
to him.
And I'm catching up to him, but not fast enough so that I'd blow by. I'm catching up to
yeah.
him at the pace where at a certain point we'd just be walking two abreast for like
Mhm.
like
Like 5-10 seconds.
yeah. That's an awkward scenario.
I encountered that a lot in college. It's tough. I usually would just hang back, like slow down.
but
Or just
then you hang back
speed
and you
up
get
your walking.
antsy. You get antsy.
Yeah, because then like I almost feel like I look like I'm walking slower because everyone has their cadence, their rhythm, and
Yeah.
like it's messed up at that point.
And you can tell when you get off cadence because you're just kind of a big bag of limbs.
Yeah, I would basically just wait until we got to the crosswalk and then blow by
Bus
them.
the other side. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, and then walk
Well, yeah,
home.
once it came on, like I would hope that we did not, like that we could meet at the crosswalk, and then when the crosswalk sign came on, I'm like, ka-chow.
Yeah. It's also like a thing, like especially at nighttime, if you're walking and this happens, but you realize it too late that that's going to be the case. So you slow down, but you're too close to the person. So it just feels like you're following them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, my classes at SMU get out at like usually like 8 or 9, and
Yeah.
I'm the only guy in them. And so walking back to
Oh.
I would hope that like my classmates wouldn't feel as weird because we know each other. Like
Yeah.
I'll be walking back to the parking garage and there's just people walking on campus, and I get in that situation where it's like I'm walking faster than you and it's
Yeah.
nighttime. I don't want to give off the bad vibe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. What? You don't know.
This is the second time this has happened, Corey.
Then you go first this time.
No, you. I'm about to tell a long story. So
I was
you
just
go.
I do the same. Well, yeah, to not act like I'm like following a girl, I'll like either slow down or just like cross to the other side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
God.
this is horribly on topic then, what I'm about to say, because this happened to me. I don't think I've told this story on pod before. I might have told David this story. I don't know. But I was in Boston just like 4 years ago, probably. I was in Boston and it was like summertime. Streets were kind of empty. You know, like in Boston's a big college town. So when the students leave, there's no one around. So the streets were empty, nighttime. Not like in the city, kind of in the suburbs of Boston. I was walking. I had Google Maps up on my phone trying to figure out where I'm going. And I'm on this side of the sidewalk, the left side of the sidewalk. She's on the right side of the sidewalk, this woman. And we're walking opposite ways, right? I'm looking at my Google Maps. I don't even like really register that there's someone there. So we walk past each other, not like on the other sides of the street, right? We're not even like walking directly past each other. I walk past, I look at my Google Maps. I see, I should have turned on the street. I should have turned right on the other street. So without even thinking about it, I make a big loop. I cross the street and go to the other sidewalk and start walking. And I look up and I'm like, oh no. Like it seems like because it's empty. The streets are empty. And it looks like I just like walked to get behind this person. And just a quick, what she's wearing is like flip-flops, right? And like not athletic gear or anything like that. And she just takes off in a sprint because she thinks I'm following her. So she's just sprinting in her flip-flops. And I'm like, I can't do anything in that situation.
Yeah,
like I'm not
because
gonna
if you say like I'm not doing anything,
Right.
then it's like, oh damn, I've acknowledged it.
Yeah. And like it would probably freak her out more if I called after her, or if I obviously can't like catch up to her to explain.
That's the
myself,
worst thing to do.
right? I couldn't like
Dude,
chase.
I think the best thing to do is to just stop and like tie your shoe. Because like
Yeah, but then it almost seems like
actually,
if she looks
yeah.
back and see that, and he's like, oh, he's just trying to act natural because he
yeah,
didn't.
yeah. There's
This is some
scenario
social
to get out of it.
commentary. This is a
Yeah.
snapshot of the world women live in.
Oh, act like you're on your phone.
I was. I was
No,
on-
like
talking on my phone.
talking. Because then like
Hey,
why
Mom,
would you follow someone?
You know,
while-
like a
Yeah.
sweet
but
little
no.
conversation.
Yeah. I can't fake a normal conversation though. I feel like I would just end up saying like,
Call somebody. Actually, call somebody.
but then I would be like, yeah, so I'm walking behind this girl. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
would
and
be
now
able
it's
to-
very loudly on the phone
Yeah.
that you weren't doing anything.
I'm not following this person.
Just
Also,
eventually screaming as she gets further and further away.
yeah.
Make sure she hears you.
I also can't tie my shoes without letting out a single guttural continuous groan. So like if I had to bend down to tie my shoes, she was behind me, she would just hear
I simply have to.
wouldn't be good look. You have to
I
what?
have to like
Yeah.
go like this. The sun is just.
Oh,
everywhere
it's
now.
beating down.
Yeah.
What about your
My
blinds?
blinds. Well, like I have the windows in my bedroom. They're like the blinds cover the circular or the rectangular part, but then
Oh,
there's a little
sure.
arc at the top,
Sure.
like the Ark of the Covenant type beat.
Yeah, that's the fault in our blinds.
The fault
know,
are who?
I was taken to the Fault in Our Stars by
Were you
like
taken by it?
no. I forget who I went with. I think like Rez was there, and
Oh,
some
yeah,
other,
yeah. This was in high school, no?
yeah. I said I am going to laugh and I'm never gonna cry. And they paid for my ticket. And I said if I cry once, like any sign of sadness, I'll Venmo you for the ticket. I laughed my way through that movie. It was just so corny.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I don't know. John Green's brother is on TikTok, so
Who?
And
The actor?
doesn't matter. No, John Green wrote The Fault in Our Stars,
Oh, right.
and his brother is on
Hank Green?
TikTok. What?
what?
What
Dude.
did you say?
Corey, you've got to do better, man.
You're off today, dude. You're just speaking when it's not your turn.
Can we call a
Time.
substitution and get somebody else
Green.
on pod?
You're hangry?
Hank Green.
I thought you said I'm hangry.
I had a snack before this.
Me too. I had kind
I
of
just
a
cannot
Hank
get it.
Green
There's
is the
gonna be
science
sun no
guy.
matter what I do.
yes, I know, Corey. You think I don't know this?
What if
I was the one who brought it up.
No, you just
can my mic get over here? All right, there we go. That's better.
Anywho, dude, yeah, the blinkers thing.
Yeah, you gotta make their insurance more expensive. That's
Sure,
how they
I
learn.
I think bad driving should have more consequences.
Yeah, because like that's technically a crime. You know,
And
like
it's dangerous.
a cop could. It's the same with like that, like not using your blinker, and then like, you know, technically in a lot of states you're not supposed to drive in the left lane unless you are literally passing a car at that moment,
Yeah.
and you're also not supposed to impede the left lane. So like if a car's going faster than you, you have to get over. Never enforced.
Mhm.
Do those two
Yeah.
things, and road rage goes down tenfold.
also so
Tenfold.
Josh, my roommate. For those
Oh.
wondering.
He's been on the pod before, you jackass.
Oh,
With you,
Very long-
Corey.
very long time ago though.
Not like
One
a
of my
year.
favorite takes.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it was his, but the whole like
The
voting
voting,
system.
Yeah.
He's been on it more recently than Vaughn, so
That's well. Okay, fair. I was like, Josh, like, why are you in the left lane? Like, there's someone like trying to pass. Like, you need to get over. And he's like, that's only a rule on like some highways. I was like, no, it's not. It's like you're supposed to pass like in the left lane. Like that's just a rule, like everywhere
Like on
on
all highways.
any road.
Like not 1709 type roads, but like
Well,
all
even
highways.
1709, like the
Yeah.
left lane usually.
technically.
it's also just
Like
like
highways,
etiquette.
definitely.
Yeah, it's etiquette
Yeah.
too.
I
But-
do think though that like instead of like I think that also if people just went to therapy, road rage would go down a little bit too. It's
Yeah,
like-
I think there should be forced. People should be forced to go to therapy.
That's a good take. I agree.
Everyone is required.
Yeah.
It's covered in Medicare for all.
And
Should
then,
be.
Therapy.
then also it would increase like therapists could easily become therapists, and it would be actually you're able
It
to
would
make
lessen
money
the
doing it.
stigma.
Sure.
What's ligma?
Not the time, man. Not the time.
Anyway, I agree. Corey, do you agree?
I am a big fan of this, but I have to.
Yay.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I agree.
It's very much a Tanner take, just it makes more sense. If you know what
Yeah,
I
maybe
mean.
I could have gone for the shock and awe of like, you should be ejected from your vehicle if you don't use your blinker, and you should be left to the wolves.
No, Tanner's takes are more like remember Corey Tanner had a very similar take that made not much sense before. I think we were both on it. It was like
Your ticket should be
every
refunded.
parking ticket should be refunded at the end of the year, and your tax refund if you get less than like 2 speeding tickets or something is what he said.
Two
Yeah,
speeding
like,
tickets
if
a
you dr-
year.
If
That's
you
a
drive
hefty
safe, your like
amount.
driving like error should be refunded.
Yeah.
But that's only because he got a ticket for parking and tickets for speeding.
Yeah. It's convoluted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway. Okay, Corey. Well, here's how we'll figure out who's going next.
Okay, cool. I'll go first.
Sure.
Good system.
You want to go first?
You've already called
You-
it, man.
you just-
You've already called it.
You
man.
called it. You pick. You decide.
Another driving related. Dare I say another blinker related take?
Holy shit.
I think that cars should have a U-turn blinker.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Definitely.
And
Does it
would
come
be
with a sound
very-
effect?
Yeah. It says, I'm doing a U-turn.
Oi, matey!
Really
I'm
loudly.
U-turning.
I was thinking more of like a slide whistle, like the boop.
No, I think it should be a
I'm a
Cameron's
fan.
guttural sound recorded from the shoe.
My shoe tying noise.
Yes.
It's just gonna be like just gonna squeeze right on this road. But the U-turn, it'd be really easy because you can either change the blinking pattern or you could just like add an extra light that's like, I don't know,
Like
shaped
under
in a
the
U.
blinker. Oh.
Shaped
But I
like
think
a
it'd be pretty
U.
simple.
It could be a smiley face as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of a U. Then a. But then does Uber sue?
Huh?
Oh, for the U.
A U on a car. That's kind of their brand.
I thought you meant that they were like gonna fight.
Okay,
the
then
rule
it doesn't need to
change.
be you. I think the best thing would just change up the blinking pattern. Like dot dot dash. Dot dot dash.
Ooh, Morse code.
Instead of
I am
dot.
you turning in
dot.
Morse code.
Actually, that's probably
Ooh.
dash 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 dash.
How about every speed limit sign and stop sign is in Morse code, so people need to learn how to speak it.
I think-
and read it.
They're all in Braille.
Ooh, honestly, I think it'd be a good idea to just teach like kids Morse code.
Why? Why is that?
What?
No
like-
application.
No, what do you mean?
Well, I guess in survival.
We could speak
Yeah.
like this. And you would know what I just said. It wasn't that weird of a thing to say, you guys. You're
I just-
overreacting.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm a big fan of being able to communicate in more ways than just like
Sure.
English.
They should teach sign language in schools. Do they?
That was one of Corey's takes, David.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you know,
David
when
probably would've agreed with me.
somebody angers me, I look at them and I say, I hope you're fluent in sign language because all you'll be seeing are these hands.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Also, Corey, I think
they run away.
Woolsey and I both agreed with you
really?
on
I
that.
don't think
Yeah,
so.
It's a
I
good
don't think
take.
you agree.
It's a very good take. Didn't Carol teach it?
There was a class.
90%.
There was a class, yeah. But Corey said that everyone should be required to take it, I think.
Oh, a classic way to get hottest take.
I don't think it won though. I think
Oh my God, Ronnick's a fraud. Tell him I said that.
What? Did you say something?
No,
No.
but that's how he won hottest take with his stupid little toilet take.
Oh, yeah. Everyone should be required to sit down.
It's what this podcast is all about, Ronnick's toilet take. You
That
guys are
take is one of my nemesis. I've identified different nemesis throughout life, and
Yeah.
that's one of them.
well, Take of the Year award is coming up soon. So
Really? Oh shit!
yeah.
As long as it's not up for contention again.
It
Wait,
won't
did
be.
it? Cameron, didn't
God.
you, Woolsey, and I decide that.
Yeah, we chose it. Yeah, so David, your beef is with us. At the end of
And
the
the
day.
take.
Yeah. I kind of want to do it so that somehow we all have a vote. Maybe we can get everyone on the pod at the same time. It would be a winter special, if you
I feel like we
will.
have a better definition of hot take as well, because like in the past it's like people are like hot take as in like I don't agree with that so much, that is like the hottest take. But now I feel like it's just like it's more of a take that you can agree with it.
Yeah.
It's just like hot in the sense where
It provocates.
yeah.
Where not many would agree with it.
Well, yeah. Not just based
Yeah.
on the disagreeing, but
Well, no, like I think like the definition of a hot take is an unpopular opinion, right?
Yes,
yeah.
indubitably.
I don't know. Everyone can have their own def. But
Hot take, the definition of hot take isn't just that it's an unpopular opinion.
Well, that's why like we created the quadrant systems because like
yeah,
I was like freezing the account freezing cold takes. I think that they have the wrong interpretation. Of cold.
100%.
They have bad take as cold take, but cold take to me is like something that everyone would agree with.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, ligma.
No, I mean, exactly. Well, we are the foremost experts on hot takes.
Yeah, I wrote a
So.
thesis on it. My dissertation was I majored in it, I minored in it, I PhD'd in it,
I went to
Yeah.
trade
I
school.
mastered in it,
I got
certified in it
2 degrees from 2 different colleges for the same major
at the same time.
at the exact same time. Has anyone ever done? Do you think anyone would ever like? If you got super rich, would you just go to 2 different colleges at the same time to get 2 of the same degrees just to be like, I can do this?
Degree collecting is like one of the weirdest things I've ever heard of.
It's really strange.
Like I had multiple classes with like 40-year-old people and they were just like, yeah, I'm just getting degrees. I'm like, why?
What?
Are they
Wow.
Yeah, I
like
just
really rich?
really fucking like.
No,
these
like,
degrees.
well, I guess I don't know, but he didn't like come off as super rich.
Yeah.
I can't even like share the conversation that I had with one of them, but it was like,
Because
well,
it
I
was
guess if
too
you want,
racist.
no, it was homophobic.
Okay.
So actually I want to say it, but I can't be on pod, but I want
Sure.
to tell you all the story.
Okay.
Well, you edit it out, right? Make it sound like he told a
It's
really
like the
funny
issue
joke.
is
I
if,
don't
like-
want to edit it out.
The issue is like if you bleep the word, like everyone's gonna know what the word is.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
Oh, you
We'll
said
do
the
it.
F word?
We can say it. Yeah, we can say it after. I'll tell
Sure.
you all the story after.
So what
he's
the
actually
fuck?
homophobic.
I don't know, but like, okay, I felt like he was just trying to like relate to 18 and like 19
Oh,
and 20.
okay.
I was a freshman and I was like,
Wait,
that's
it was
not-
genuinely homophobic?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were joking. I didn't.
No, like he called someone the F word, like spontaneously, like just in conversation.
And this was a 40-year-old?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Then I beat him in
Did you
trivia
call Harry
Bowl
Styles
senior
the
year.
F word?
I came back on him, gave him the
He
RKO.
came on his.
No, I didn't do that.
You beat him with a wooden stick.
I did do that.
We're trying to find trivia nights here in Brooklyn.
Boston.
Brooklyn.
So if we find one, you guys have to fly in for a trivia night.
Oh, for
Just
sure.
have it not be on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
It's,
I can fly
it's-
any other day.
for whatever reason, it's always on Wednesdays.
I
Maybe,
don't know,
well,
the
David, maybe
trivia
when you're
places-
here for Christmas.
True. Corey, I agree with your take.
Yeah.
It's something I've thought of in the past.
Yeah, me too.
Brendan Aronson scored, David.
Is he on Leipzig or Salzburg?
Salsy Salzburg. Saucy Salzburg.
Salty,
Salisbury
saucy
steak.
Salzburg.
Wait, what's the character in Headgum? Salzburg. The umbrella getting sloshed on fermented umbrellas on New Year's Eve.
Nothing you've said makes any sense. I have no
It was
idea.
it
I
was
don't
Jake telling the story.
Like, is it part of the
Peter
coat rack story?
Salisbury.
Is it part of the coat rack story?
Oh yeah, it's a character. Well, it was a running joke, I think, for
Sure,
Peter
sure.
Salisbury.
All right. Well, anyway, my take is this: all butter should be spreadable.
I just had this conversation with my parents,
Really?
but the issue is, so like you're saying like tub butter
No.
is better.
No.
Just
I'm
saw-
saying that the fact that stick butter is not in some way spreadable is disgusting.
Well, like tub butter is not butter.
What is
It's
it?
literally, it's like it's something different. It's not natural butter.
it's not butter.
It's
So,
not
like-
butter.
Yeah. But stick butter, like if I'm making toast, I toast the bread, I put the cold butter on it, I turn the toaster off, but I put the bread in while the toaster cools down and the butter melts.
You need to stop saying toaster when you mean toaster oven because it always really confuses me.
Toaster
yeah,
oven.
I was like, why the fuck would you put butter in a toaster? But that makes sense.
Yeah.
Chill.
Not everyone has space on their counter for a toaster oven, David.
Everyone
could
does.
put
I
it
have
in the
space.
microwave.
Everyone does.
You haven't seen my counter space. You haven't seen my god. You want
Do you have
to
a
put
microwave?
toast in the microwave?
Yeah,
For like
what the
5
fuck?
seconds?
Soggy.
In 5 seconds? 3 seconds.
Do you guys
Do
think that?
something.
Do you guys think that you could put a newborn in a microwave for 2 seconds?
Sorry.
What do you think would happen?
A newborn
I'm gonna
human baby?
dignify that
Yeah.
with the response.
Well, have you ever seen South Park?
Yes. Do they do that?
Doesn't Randy stick his balls in the microwave to get like
Yeah, but that's
sympathy
not
or
for
money?
that's for more than 2 seconds. Also, that
Oh,
you can't operate any microwave with the door open.
yeah.
So it's
no.
just
it was a
unrealistic.
fallacy, huge fallacy.
Huge fallacy.
I'm
do you think would
concerned
happen?
why you're asking.
It's just a question that I've heard before. What do you think would happen?
I feel
The
like there
baby would turn into.
wouldn't be damage, but I wouldn't want that person to be a parent anymore.
Right.
I also.
Like I think that 2 seconds wouldn't be long enough.
I think they should be arrested.
But also like with newborns, like very little of something harmful can be very harmful. Something that like very
Yeah.
little harm to us.
Like if it was a very, very small child, for sure. But a newborn?
What if I told you that it doesn't hurt a rat? Would you change your mind?
No.
Change my mind on what?
Ah.
Whether or not it would hurt. Oh, but you're saying it wouldn't hurt the baby.
I don't think it would hurt.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think it should be done.
This is obviously morality aside. Obviously, morality dictates that
Oh.
you should not do this. But
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm
feel
just
like
thinking
we're gonna
about
find
what would
out.
happen.
I feel like this is
I feel like,
a,
a one-off 2 seconds in the microwave, if I had to guess, would not create lasting damage to a newborn.
I'll agree.
Like one time only.
Oh.
How newborn?
Let's
Like this is their
say-
first activity ever?
No, let's say like 3 months.
Thoughts on butter being changed to how you spell it instead of TT? It should be DD.
Butter.
Butter.
Budda with an A.
Butter.
Butter.
Budda.
I think that's too close to Buddha.
Nope, it's not.
Okay.
Or like how young children say brother.
How about I can't believe it's
Brother.
not Buddha?
Well, so that's what you're saying. Now the fact that like I can't believe it's not butter comes in a tub. No tub butter is butter. So their
Yeah, it's
whole marketing is a ploy.
What the fuck is butter?
Yeah, what is it, David? If it's not, you seem distracted.
Well, it's just like it's spreadable because it's super like the infusion of like oils and stuff.
Oh,
Like
so
it's
it's
not
like
very natural at all.
okay.
To the point
I
that
see.
like, is it really butter?
What is natural butter at the end of the day? What is it?
It's probably the stick butter then.
No, I know, but like what's
What comprises of it? It probably
like, how
the
do you
lack
make
of
it?
oils.
You
It's probably
kinda
just like,
like
the fat and the
Take
cream.
some
and-
milk, let it curl, and then throw it on a wall, and then it's butter.
Jesus, man.
it's just not true.
Jesus.
You just let milk expire and then you throw it at a wall.
How is butter made?
Wait, also Cameron,
Oh, well, it's just like it's churned, right?
yeah, throw it on a
It's
wall.
churned milk.
You just
To-
churn milk and then it becomes butter.
Butter.
To separate the fat
Butter.
globules from the buttermilk, obviously.
Oh, so you got to get the fat
Obviously.
globules and then that
yeah,
becomes
it's
butter.
those cheeky, pesky fat globules.
And then the
Madison's
leftover milk, is that
Dairyland?
skim?
I
No, that's the
all of
buttermilk.
Wisconsin.
No, the leftover milk, what
Oh.
you take out. Does that become butter-free or fat-free milk?
I don't know.
What'd you say, Corey? Something about something? You said
I
something
live in
dumb
the
about
dairy
Wisconsin.
land. I'm an expert on this matter.
Butter remains firm, solid when
Is that true?
refrigerated, but softens to a spreadable consistency at room temperature. So butter is
Yeah.
spreadable. You just have to have patience.
So what
Well,
you're saying is
some
I'm
people-
storing my butter wrong.
Yeah,
some
some people
people
keep it
store
on like
it
the
in the
butter
little-
plate and
yeah.
like cover it with a little rectangle.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that because I think that like
That's what we
The
do
butter
on
also tastes
Thanksgiving,
better.
like to pass it around the table.
Yeah.
yeah.
We should just always do that.
Well, Corey, remember our convo that we had with Ronick about whether or not we should refrigerate certain food items?
Yeah.
Butter was one of the things
very
that
mad
it
at
said
him.
you should not refrigerate.
Yeah.
I think you should only not refrigerate it like while you're not using that stick.
No, it says to store it, dude.
Oh, really?
Airtight though. Airtight.
Oh, yeah.
Airtight room temp.
Remember when
I
we
feel like those
went to
little
the?
rectangle things aren't very airtight.
Well, you keep them in the. You can buy them in a box.
Or like just put it in a Ziploc or something.
Yeah, Tupperware or something like that.
There's also like those butter trays.
Can't remember when
Well,
we went
is
to the
the-
British Emporium and they had like they stored their bread frozen.
Yes, that was
It's
wild.
crazy. Cultural difference. Wild things.
Yeah. Just watch that video back. Great vid.
Oh yeah, I watched it. Yeah, you sent it. It was crazy. It was crazy.
One of the best of the summer. One of the best of summer 2020.
Don't sleep on summer 2020.
Don't. It was a good summer. Anyway,
We made the most of it.
we did. We did our best. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? This is like a take. I was literally spreading cold stick butter on my toast this morning. I was like, this sucks. And then I thought of this idea. It's not good. It's a bad take. And I'm embarrassed to have brought it on the pod.
I mean, I
That's what
think
have to say about it.
all butter should be spreadable.
So it's cold. Or it's not even,
Well-
I don't know. I don't even know how to classify it.
Butter. Well, yeah. I guess
Bottom
now
left
that David
quadrant.
said that. now that David said that, like spread butter isn't like real butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it should like be not spreadable at refrigerated temperature, and you just
Certainly
store
not.
it room temp if you want to be able to spread it.
Kind of in a roundabout way. It's kind of my take is kind of a commentary saying all butter should be spreadable.
But aren't
It's all being
takes
stored
commentary?
wrong.
Kind of a, yeah, it's kind of a commentary on the lack of realness of tub butter.
Do
Because
you think that, like, I think obviously, like, grocery stores refrigerate their stick butter. Otherwise, it's going to be like when people pick it up from the shelf, it would like, be
yeah,
malleable.
I do know. Yeah.
But like, do you think that that's why people thought they needed to refrigerate it at home?
It's a good question. Probably.
We're all fools.
Yeah.
We've fallen victim to a capitalist ploy.
Typically, the way I know whether or not I need to refrigerate something after I came from the store is whether or not they were refrigerating it at the store.
Exactly. But in this case, we've been led astray. Ashtray.
We've been let ash.
Ashtray.
Okay. Well, yeah. Do you guys agree? I don't know.
Yes. I don't think I've seen a pod where everyone agreed with everybody's take.
Well, let's leave it up to Corey. What does Corey have to say?
I have to disagree.
No, history
Why?
could have been made.
Why?
It's probably happened.
Well, wait, can you like say your take again then?
All butter should be spreadable. Take that as you will.
I think all, yeah. Well, I disagree because I think all butter is spreadable.
Oh,
You just are storing it wrong, I guess. I don't
a
know.
technicality. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Interesting.
That's fair. Well, okay. We'll restate our takes, starting with me, then Corey, then David. My take was that all butter should be spreadable.
My take is that we should have a U-turn blinker as well as a normal turn blinker.
My take is that people that don't use their blinkers should be penalized via higher insurance prices, costs, penalties.
All right. And we will vote starting with David, then Corey, then me. Does everyone know who they're voting for?
No.
I guess.
Figure it out, Corey. Figure it out.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
this one figured out. I figured it.
All right. We'll start with David, then Corey, then me. In 3, 2, 1.
Cameron.
David.
Yes.
It's gonna be hell.
Done it.
It's gonna be hell to write on the hottest takes page, but it'll be there.
I've done
Just
it.
like the whole, because it's long.
Yeah, super long.
I'll
It's a
text
two-liner.
you a concise version of it.
Yeah, if you want to.
Um,
I can just put it word for word as well, though.
Well, you just do raise insurance for
If you
not
don't
using.
Pay more for not using blinker.
Pay more insurance for not using blinker.
Yeah, like an increased insurance price.
Or
for not using it.
Yeah.
increase in your insurance premium if you don't use your left and right turn signal.
Yeah.
When merging
Users of
or
vehicles in the
turning.
United States should face higher insurance premium when not
Wait, actually, that'd be-
utilizing their
you
left
should-
and right turn
Can
blinker
you actually
signals.
do like a really long like?
Yeah. Just the one that's like a full paragraph.
Included caveats are, of course, backing out of driveways,
And then have a
yield
link
signs,
to like
and
a more
roundabouts.
detailed take about like the actual
The history of
situation and how
turn
you would
signals.
implement it.
That's what I've always wanted to do. If we had a Patreon, we would all just kind of like expand on our takes in like a thesis form. Like for like, I think
format.
we've had a lot of takes before. Like your water country take, Corey. You could dive into that and like what it means to
My
like
what take?
your water country. There should be a water country by now.
Oh yeah,
There ought to be a
I remember
water
that
country.
one.
I'm creating a list of our most iconic takes, like each of our like David's most iconic take, Corey's most iconic take, my most iconic take, and I'm gonna like kind of put them all into like a mastered little feature.
Wait, my
episode.
iconic take is definitely the water country one. Right?
That's what I put. Yeah, because of all our conversations about siphoning corporate cruise ships as they go by, forcing saying we'll let you through, having the whole country be one really thin donut like around the world, and saying if you want to go, we'll let you through our country if you let us siphon your gas.
They just own a latitude
Siphon
line.
tax.
And that's the economy. That's like how your country makes money, basically, is just by siphoning other boats. You're basically a pirate country, which I think
the sun would never set on this country. It'd be
It's
the
true.
former British Empire.
it's true.
I think the country flag would just be like probably the sun because it's kind of
It
like
should be the
ironic 'cause it's a
waterbending
water
flag
country.
from Avatar.
It would
No,
be this.
because
It would be the
that's
sun,
too
and then
obvious.
a little gas
Um,
can taking gas out of the sun.
Just siphoning it.
Just like a sun with sunglasses and like he's
Yeah.
like siphoning gas out of a
Yeah,
out of the oil.
siphoning gas out of with like you know how
drinking
people.
the gas.
Well, you know how people siphon gas by like sucking it into their
Yeah,
mouths
yeah.
and then spitting it out? That's what the sun's doing from a boat and then spitting it out into like the waiting hands of the people in the country.
You could definitely make a great flag.
that would go on the Patreon in your thesis.
We would design the flag.
Yeah, we would design the flag.
You know what situation I hope I'm never in?
What's that?
Having to suck snake venom out and then like spitting it out, like sucking out of a wound and then hoping that none of it like gets ingested.
Well, I've heard that doesn't work in actuality.
What doesn't work?
Oh my god.
Like sucking snake venom out of someone's leg and
Oh,
spitting
yeah.
it
But
out.
they did it in Red
Definitely
Dead
doesn't.
2, man. And if it's in Red Dead 2, man, then it's true, man.
They did in True Grit, and so that means it's true.
I'll have to get the true detectives on this case.
I feel like
See if
if you
it's
do it
false or
quick enough,
true.
does it even help at all? Like if you do like super quick.
I don't know. All I've heard is that like it's kind of a waste of time. Like that person should just be brought to a hospital or something. Take my words as grains of salt in your hand.
Isn't it
because
mostly for the pain?
to suck out the venom?
Yeah. Like they still need to go get treated. I feel like it's mostly for the pain. that the
Literally,
venom
all I
causes.
know is that it's not as good as people think it is.
Damn, that's crazy though.
So yeah,
Well, regardless, hope I never have to do it.
right. And I
Oh,
hope
yeah.
that what?
It says that venom spreads through the victim's system so quickly, there's no hope of sucking out a sufficient amount.
Oh, so they just die?
What?
Well, no, just like
No.
the pain. Like venom
Oh,
won't kill you
I see.
in a small amount.
Yeah.
I think most animals don't have enough venom to kill a human.
unless you're a black mamba.
A Blark Mamba.
A Paul Blart Mamba cop.
This podcast has dragged on past its expiration date. We are going to.
We might as well
50
throw it
minutes.
at the
We're-
wall
we're
and call it
chilling.
butter, huh?
Yeah, throw it at a wall. Throw this podcast at the wall and call it butter. Maybe that's the name of the
Butter.
episode.
There's the title.
Yeah,
But
Budda. Oh yeah, it's so confusing. What is Budda? Throw this episode at the wall and call it Budda.
or do you do ER if it makes it better?
No.
BUDDA, man.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. That's it. Subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Twitter and follow us on TikTok and follow us on
Pony
Apple
up.
Podcasts and Spotify.
Oh, not part of the plot, but
Because should we stop
Okay.
and then you say it?
yeah, I thought you already saw.
No, no, no. Bye, everyone.
Ciao.
Just because it's an audio medium, Corey.
You're an audio medium. Okay, I'm just stop recording.
Yeah, me
Got
too.
him.
Plump Goops Podcast.